Hey, good evening, Sorare, or should I say Morare Thursday Clubbians. Happy Halloween and welcome to another live hosted by myself, Johnny, aka Tornado, and my fliddy co-host, or should I say co-ghost, Ricky, aka the Sorare Mamba. How are you doing, mate? And how's the arm?
Oh, yes. It's still broken, but, very Halloween-esque of me to be strolling around with a broken arm. It was an easy, costume idea as a skeleton with a broken arm. Unfortunately, that means I'm still on alcohol-free wine, which is less than desirable. But I do have my new collection of
I was going to mention them, actually. Looking very nice in the background there.
Yeah, one signed Fulham, one unsigned Aston Villa, and then third division Arminia Bielefeld signed. I know you're jealous of that one, but you can't have it.
Yeah, you can't have it all, mate. But it's nice to have them finally, isn't it? Nice to have them in the backdrop. Nice one. So tonight we'll be doing the usual weekend review, opening our prizes and discussing the Beat the Boys stand-ins. But I'm going to start, as it's Halloween, with listing a few Halloween-related Sorare puns that I've come up with. And you can give me a rating out of 10, if that's all right.
This is what you want to do, isn't it? Dad jokes on
I know
tour.
you love my jokes.
Yep.
So I'm expecting some incredibly high scores from you here. Okay, so we're going to
like Strictly. Like Strictly.
We're going to start with Lucas Skernandez.
No. That's a 2. That's a 2. 2 out of 10. Yeah.
Is that just because you overpaid for his limited?
He's an absolute legend. Skernandez. No. I'm not going to go in too high.
Okay, fine.
It's a 2.
All right. My next one is Carl's Kill.
Carl's Kill.
You could also do Carl's Thrill. Carl's Thrill?
Yeah, I do like it. I've seen you've shown initiative there. It's not one I've heard before.
Okay.
Gone down off the beaten track, gone for the MLS. That's a solid effort. I'll give that a 6.7.
Okay, next one. I'm going to go for Dennis Boom Anger.
It works. It works.
Scare you?
Simple but effective. I like that one the best so far. That's a 7.3.
Nice. I'll take that. And then I've gone for Ryan Gould.
Oh yeah, not much gone into that. That's fairly.
That's
simple.
kind of his name anyway. I've just gone. Gould.
Yeah, he just said it slightly differently.
Yeah.
But it does work. All right, I'm going to put that somewhere in the middle. I'll give you 6.6 for that.
Okay, and then my final one here is Thrillian Mbappe.
Oh yeah, I do actually quite like that one. That must have been said before, right? I haven't heard it, but I like that one.
Idea. It might have been said before.
I'm going to give you the win on Thrillian Mbappe. I'm going to go for a level 8 for Thrillian Mbappe.
Nice, I'll take that. And some other ones mentioned on the comments of the tweet earlier were Screamoo Spooky, which I think is particularly good.
Championship based. Well, not anymore, but it was championship based before he pissed off to the MLS. Yeah. I like that one.
That's from Sorare Canary. I think that's a solid. That's close to being a 10 out of 10 there, I think.
I think that's better than yours. I think that tops your efforts, is what we.
It's got double pun as well on the first name and last name. Very good. We've got from our friend Swiss Mafia, Shane Duffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, didn't see that coming. I like it.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
What we said on that, I think that's a solid. It's prop. I don't think that's ever been thought of by anyone ever before. So I think that's for uniqueness, probably like an 8.5 out of 10, right?
Yeah, I'm probably going to go with both of those efforts beating yours so far. Okay. So Canary at the top, followed by Swiss Mafia.
And then we've got Zeki Amdouni.
Is that Swiss connection as well?
That's from Adam, from our friends at Make It a Double. Burnley legend. Very good one. I think it's not as good as the Sorare Canary one, so we'll give him another 8 for that. I've actually noticed I've put another couple more of mine on this thing as well. I put Lee Fang in.
Oh, Lee Fang in. Yeah. Fang in, it makes sense as well. It is actually what happens,
Yeah, and then final one is You Make Me Feel Fright McSqueal.
Okay, it does relate to the best under-23 striker on Sorare.
And I sung it as well, which has got to be worth an extra point, right?
I'll be honest. I thought I'd be slating these a lot more. They were actually slightly more impressive than I expected them to be, and a lot of originality there.
Thank you. Oh, I'm happy.
I like
That's
it.
the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Yeah, I would say that the guest ones were probably slightly above yours, but yours were actually very strong for your usual level of humour.
Not bad for written in the dark whilst putting my little boy to sleep. So I'm happy with them. Just see, we've had a comment there from Rich Call. Evening, gents. Evening, Rich. How you doing, mate? Let's get going with the weekend review. Ricky T, are you ready to go through how your weekend teams did, what prizes you've got to open? Let's see how we get on.
Talk about some so rare results from the weekend. All right, let's see what I've got to moan about mainly. Yeah,
that's pretty much what this whole segment is, really.
Yeah. Month-long competitions is what I was starting to look at. They've gone quite well. I'm in tier 3 for each.
Nice.
Obviously, a tier 3 in limited right now could be worth like £1, but the rare one interests me, so I probably will focus on that going forward as it stands. Legends Challenge this week was quite hard, right? Because a lot of the Legends had difficult games this game week. So obviously, you've got some of the Dutch players, like the one Legends playing for Ajax, which are stinking the absolute house out.
Yeah.
Ajax bottom, Leon bottom, or Leon in the relegation zone?
Leon down there as well. Obviously, like you said, you had Real Madrid playing Barca, and I think Milan, Napoli, which is a tough game as well.
Yeah, so it was a tough week for Legends, but yeah, some big names against each other and some big names down the bottom of their leagues. So a lot of the Legends cards, weren't all they were cracked up to be this week. This is Cap 270. I had a good week in Cap 270, which sort of
nice.
After a few, I said I'd give it a few weeks, and now I think I'll sort of focus on the rare one, because I'm not actually winning too many rare prizes at the moment. So I'd be happy to take a tier 3 in this. It still won't be my first team I put in.
That's a good score as well. 380 is high for 270, and with a 28 or whatever it was from Crep, that's pretty good going. That.
Yeah, because Tolu's obviously had a bit of an in and out season. Woke up overnight to Sounders having a really good performance, and he just put in a 97 out of nowhere. A lot of these players are people that you can't really rely on all the time.
I didn't back him. I'm annoyed. So I've obviously got Tolu rare and limited as well, and he has, like you said, he was really good last season, and he's not really been at the races this year. So I didn't really back him, and then he went off last night, didn't he, for assists and a cleanie.
Yeah, what I did notice from the MLS playoffs this first round, there's some big scores coming in, wasn't there? There was some big pumping scores, which I guess you could have predicted with, like the top seeds playing lower seeds. It's best out of 3, isn't it? So they're playing each other at least once more each. Alan Patrick is always hit or miss, and he came good. So that's a good score. That's put me on the road to trying for Cat 270 now. I think that boosts it up to probably my 3rd priority lineup each weekend. Academy, we got some ETH, 5 Legends, just under 400. So that was $5 in the bank. Champion Europe was the one that pissed me off the most in limited. I put in probably my best 5 cards. I just traded a load of WAF to get Hernandez in for a bit of bonus, collection bonus on my buying cards. Been trying to aim for a bit more collection bonus on the cards that I do own. And obviously, Kimmich got sent off as captain, and the team went on to win 8-0, and everyone filled their absolute boots. So it could have been massive. Still on 390 in a tier 4 without him. But United getting stuffed. Another shambolic performance by us. But I don't know what you'd expect with Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans as your centre-backs.
Mad. I saw a fact that it was Johnny Evans' first Man United derby for like 10. Obviously, he's been away at different teams. It's just weird to think, saw a lot of Man United fans being like, if you'd have said 10 years ago that in 10 years' time we'd have Johnny Evans starting for us in 2023 against Man City, against Haaland, it's just insane. I know he's kind of bought out of necessity because obviously you've had so many injuries, but it's a bit mental, isn't it?
It is a bit mental. We were clearly second best. I thought Onana had actually a good game. I know he's got a bit of criticism, but he did make 6 or 7.
He made one particular incredible. I watched about 75 minutes of the game, and he made that one save where he sort of that header back across goal from Haaland, wasn't it? And he did an amazing save for that. But I don't know. I thought, what was the other one where Haaland almost scored early doors, where Onana went to palm it over the bar and just palmed it straight up in the air, and then he did recover it very well. But it's just like, what are you doing? Like, he's trying to do some stupid save for the cameras.
I think he could have done better on Rodri's. I know a lot of people said it was a good save. But I think he could have done a little bit better when he palmed straight out to Haaland, although no one was bothering to fucking mark Haaland anyway. But
and what did you make of the penalty on Rodri? I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? I'm of the opinion that it should be a penalty, but like a lot of people, like if that is a penalty, there's going to be a lot of penalties. And is that a high enough bar for that to be overturned? Because it wasn't given on the field, was it? I mean, it's
absolutely not. I mean, if it's not given on the field, there's no need to overturn that. I think there's too much meddling, but then I am biased in my view on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it won you a prize though, so you got an assist for penalty draw.
You see how confident I am at the moment, where I put 2 Man City players in my best team for the weekend. Unfortunately, Kimmich letting us down. Second division rare. I put this in because I bought this goalie after loads of research this pre-season to get ex-Bayern goalie Ron Thorbert-Hoffmann in, and he basically gets 10 every game. And Gabriel Sorare, who's one of my favourite best cards, had a stinker. Which
to be fair, he's been incredible, isn't he? Like he was due a bad game.
Yeah. Cap 220, we got tier 4, so I took advantage of that Neuer 0 L15, which I think a lot of people did, paired in with a few other Bayern players. Somehow Davis managed to get 42 in an 8-0 win, which let me down slightly there. But any prizes, happy. Cap 240 Super Rare, which is the main thing I aim for each week. Whoever the play sharper expert is seems to get the Revs defenders wrong every week, and I follow them blindly. Henry Kessler not getting off the bench, not playing, has cost me there, as well as Steve Clark letting in a goal in which Houston were absolutely dominating at the time. So that is the main annoyance, because that's the main thing you want to win with car prices going down and just want to secure these thresholds. MLS Specialist, just to say, I was 52 points off a tier 5, so that's nearly 400 points you needed for a card in MLS Specialist. Pretty wild. Cap 220 Rare looked like an absolute banker going into the final night with Coates and Abubakar to play, and Abubakar got a fat 0, didn't play, and Coates didn't have the greatest of game in a 2-0 victory. So somehow we came with no card after a Neuer L15 of 0. Let me put in this great team. So that was annoying.
Any news on Abubakar? Because obviously he's one of your key men. Like, where was he?
Couldn't even be asked to research. I was too pissed off with him. He does sit occasionally. I guess they play Europe as well, didn't they? But he seems to, if he plays, he bangs. But he does occasionally just get rested.
He wasn't even on the bench, was he? He was just nowhere to be seen.
No, just not there.
Yeah.
Seasonal. Maybe had a cold.
Maybe his parents got kidnapped or something.
Wow. Yeah.
Too soon? Sorry.
Well, I know you're an Everton fan, but you know, I hope everything's going well for Diaz's.
Yeah, that is mental, isn't it?
Yeah. Bundesliga Amateur, 459 points, not even close to reward. Mad times. So is your Everton stack. I did put a few of the boys in together for you. Rather respectable effort, 315 overall, but nothing to take home. Champion America Limited was, I thought, 5 absolute studs. Absolutely loved the look of it. And they were 40 points off, mainly because Gill went off injured in the first half. I haven't checked up to see what's happened to him, actually, going forward. It'd be a shame if he's out of the playoffs. Well, they're probably going to get eliminated, aren't they? Potentially one more game. But, you know, it would have been nice to use it for that. Second Division Europe was looking good. Last night, my new keeper I signed to complete my Second Division Europe stud team of Gautier Larsonneur didn't play randomly, so I had a quick search. What happened? He's out for 3 months with injury now. So that was a nice signing down the pan. He'll probably be worth about £4 by the time he comes back.
Maybe you can trade him in, mate. Say to Sarah you got given him as a reward and see if they fall for it.
Cap 240 Rare, we got home nice and early with this, so didn't have to sweat on that. Very happy with that. One of the main things you want at the moment is a threshold. A couple of Consadole boys finally doing a job for me, which is nice. They haven't been doing too well. And Menzel had a good performance in goal. He had a good fixture as well, so he's rewarded everyone who did that. Cap 270 limited for the competition. Pretty crap performance by Vertonghen, and the goalie had an error. But, 332 might be one of my top 4 when it all comes down to the end of it. And we picked up small ETH as well. Pavlidis is absolute machine at the moment. I don't know how many games he's got decisive in a row.
Yeah, he's crazy, isn't it?
Just absolutely fire. Lukaba's settling down really well at Leipzig. I don't know. Did Torin not start? He had 45 minutes. He got -8 AA there, which is let them down. But yeah, there's a lot of good performances by some of the better known Sorare teams. So Red or Dead, evening, sir. Evening. Welcome.
Evening.
So after all that, all the promise, we ended up with 2 prizes up here. So there's the blue band of Saxon rewards.
Well, more purple now, isn't it? The purple band. Yeah.
Okay, we'll just open the coins and I'll fill the space over this because no one really cares. But this would count in our mustache challenge, which you're going to mention later on. 4,200 points. And I won't bore you watching the money open, but that's 2 sets of $5 and the rare ETH threshold, which is nice. Cap 220 limited tier 4.
Let's have a look. Which
Japanese forward. You don't usually get a forward in tier 4. Shizuki Ota.
Right, let's look him up. Shizuki
ALB. Albuquerque.
Shizuki Ota. Plays for Albirex Niigata. So that was the team that got promoted last season, I believe.
88p?
75 pence.
Boom.
Get in. And I don't know how good they are, but I presume they're probably close to getting relegated if they were the promoted team. Yeah, not particularly good, mate. It's got 4 reasonably decent scores about a year ago.
Oh, Shizuki. Well, I'd like to say he'd be sold, but, it's not really likely he's selling people under £1 at the moment. So maybe it'll be a giveaway near you.
Hopefully.
I've been storing up some giveaway cards, so I just need to run one at some point. Tier 4 in Champion Europe.
Well, hopefully this will be worth a bit. Ooh, Defender.
Toulouse.
Logan
Costa.
Never heard of him.
Is that Cape Verde?
It might be Cape Verde. Yeah.
I don't usually get thrown off by a flag, but I didn't get that one when it popped up. Under 23?
It's worth £2, so pretty good. Cape Verde, indeed. Yeah, not too bad a score. He's got like 4 or 5 dark green scores in the last 10 games. So
Does he start?
He has been starting, yes. His last 2 games, his last game was 18 AA, and his game before that, his AA was -19. So you're in for a fun ride, mate.
Okay, 50 quid and a couple of cards. There we go.
And once again, the main thing is you did get rare ether, which is good.
Yeah,
that's about the best prize you can get at the moment with the prices of cards as they are, isn't it? So,
exactly. All right, that is my review of some of the games in Sorare this weekend.
Nice, very good. And always nice to open a couple of prizes, eh?
Yeah.
Right. So on to myself. Let's have a look at how I did. Much like you, a lot of dark green. Is that showing? Oh, I'm showing your screen and not my screen.
Amateur hour.
Absolute amateur hour. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I had a decent weekend. I've got a rare tier 3, a rare tier 5, limited tier 3, and limited tier 4. I got small ETH, and I think that's the most coins I've ever won, which kind of sums up the game week. Really, I had a lot of high scores, a lot of 300 pluses, but just didn't have that one player in there that went absolutely ham. They got like a very high dark green score. So yeah, going to be one of those what could have been weeks for me. In terms of my best performing team, so my Challenger Europe team did very well. I had the lesser spotted 100 from a goalkeeper. This Barker's got a penalty save, something like 10 saves, something stupid. Can we see him here? There we go. Oh yeah, 7 saves. I mean, look at that. He's got 40 points there just from saves and like sweeper keepers and stuff, and that's before his penalty save and his clean sheet. So pretty impressive there from him. That sort of covered the fact that Bo Jamarski did absolutely naffle for Aberdeen. Josip Mizic, who I won a couple of weeks ago, he's going to be someone I quite like. I think he's very steady Eddie, gets like between 50 and 60, it seems, every single game. So it's quite a nice card to have, and you can sort of bank on that 60 points. But Friends did well, and Irfan Kefeki, who's been really good the last sort of...
Can I just point out, ultra top fan Jack Cheesley is watching with his wife at home, as they always do. Loyal viewers.
Absolute, what legends. Hi, guys.
Can't keep themselves away. Yeah, I hope they're enjoying the show.
Enjoying the show. Love it. So much like yourself, you talked about legends. All had bad fixtures this weekend. Didn't do very well at all in that, annoyingly. Cat 220 Rare did pretty good. Begovic didn't do too well, but Lee Kang-in, or should I say Lee Fang-in, did
classic.
pretty well. Got an assist for Paris Saint-Germain. Joachim Mele got a last man tackle, I think it was, as my captain. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, what a lad, got the winner for Everton away at West Ham. And Crepin Diatta did pretty good for Monaco. So that'll be picking up a tier 5, close to a tier 4. So hopefully a decent tier 5.
They love it, by the way. You'd also love his puns at the start of the show if you missed them, Jack.
Please rewind. Please rewind.
You love a dad joke.
And you've mentioned it as well. The scores in MLS were ridiculous this weekend. I got 371, still 24 points off a tier 5 in MLS. So pretty annoying. If I'd put Tolu in there, probably would have won something, but never mind.
Stephen Fry not getting in the Goal of the Year awards.
I know.
Fine.
Another cleanie as well. And this once again shows the same point. 410 in MLS Amateur and just about scraped top 400. Pretty mad. Hector Herrera captaining with a 96.7. That was pretty good. I really backed that St. Louis clean sheet at home to Sporting Kansas with the goalkeeper and defender stack, and they lost 4-1. So
yeah, St. Louis dreams in the mud.
They are.
Andy Black and the rest of the big top fans
they've
all done.
Shut their pants a bit there, haven't they? To be honest with you, I mean, at least Tim Parker got a goal in there. Was that a last man tackle, I think? But yeah, not too bad. And then this is once again another team over 300. My first 3 players here were Skorupski, which is not too bad score. Lorenzo got an assist as my captain. Then Skamaka went and got 2 goals and an assist. And I needed about 75 to 80 points from these 2, which I thought was a pretty sure bet to win a prize. And they both shat their pants and got subbed off really early. They played it awful. I watched the game. So, yeah, pretty annoying with that one. Right, Champion America, once again, another annoyance came here. I bought in Nelson Cabanillas last week.
Never heard of him.
No, I hadn't either, but he's a very good scorer and was really cheap. Plays as a winger, but as a defender card. He's a little cheeky Peruvian Castro Montes. He did well. Costa did well, another goal and an assist. You got Dennis Boanga doing Dennis Boanga things. And then Jesus Ferreira, I needed him to, well, actually, it looks like I needed him to have a pretty good game, but I needed him to just get a little cheeky decisive overnight, and he didn't at all. They got trounced by Seattle, so missed out on a card there. Champion Asia Rare. I think I just kept this in mainly because Lucas Fernandez finally did something. It's been a long time, isn't it?
Finally.
I've been waiting for him to wake up this season, and he's finally done it right at the end of the season.
It wasn't a season to be heavily invested in Contador Sapporo, was it?
That's true. He'll probably join the Saudi team now as well. Okay, Cap 220 team. I did the old Ricky T trick and put Manuel Neuer in, so it allowed me to get a reasonably good stud lineup in. Captain Fernandez here again. Pedro Neto did really well, and then went off with a really bad hamstring injury. So unfortunately, he's probably one of the hottest strikers in there. On the platform at the moment.
All right, mate. Don't let your wife hear you say that.
I think he's got the most assists in the Premier League this season so far, 7 or 8.
Oh, yeah. He's been on absolute fire ever since I sold his rare cards. But, yeah, his hamstring popped like a cork, didn't it? Did you have his
rare, did you?
Yeah, had his rare. Sold it on the cheap before he got good.
You tit. Joe Mario being absolutely gash, as per usual. Don't know why I put him in. And then I just put Bruno Fernandes in because even though I hated their matchup, I just couldn't not play Bruno Fernandes somewhere. So I put him in Cap 220. And
I did it as well. So you call him Gash. Gash, the lesser known insult in 2023, isn't it?
Yeah, absolute gash.
Absolute gash. Wow.
Yeah. I put in a little cheeky all-star rare plus team without any super rares. And
what was cheeky about it?
Well, it's
May I
not no
ask?
super. It's got no super res in it.
Okay, yeah.
You know,
Just checking the criteria of cheeky.
Well, I was, I wasn't too far. I mean, I was still 71 points off the tier 3. But like, it's just annoying that I put 4 good scores in the team, which I really didn't think would do well. And obviously, Kaminsky was never going to do well away at Aston Villa. Champion America Limited, 2 points off a tier 5. Put Tolo in this one. Jose Huelison let me down. And then, this is much like your sob story with your All-Star team earlier. Got 391 with Carl's Gill as my captain, who went off in like the 25th minute with a very shit score.
I mean, at least you got 50 points out of it.
Yeah, true. But like the other 4 players, Denki scored on like the last kick of the game, so I guess that was kind of lucky. But yeah, that's a tier 3 card at least. And then I've just kept these in just so we can admire the Everton stack. Now I've got Pickford. Look at that. It's beautiful. I mean, we won the game. It didn't transcribe particularly well over to Sorare this weekend for Everton. Even though Everton won, none of my Everton stacks actually won anything. But yeah, I mean, did you watch the game? What a win! We were so good, so much better than them.
No, I wouldn't put myself. I'm in enough pain with a broken arm. I wouldn't force myself to watch Everton out of choice.
We're not too far off Man United now, I tell you.
That's not a sign of good form.
To be fair, like if someone had told me after 10 games we'd be 2 points off Chelsea, I'd be like, fucking damn right. I'll take that. But also Chelsea shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, we're now up to -2 points, which is great because we've got 10 points, -12 for the financial fair play we're about to get hit with. So yeah,
I think you'll stay up even with a 12-point deduction.
I don't think we're going to get a 12-point reduction, and you're absolutely insane if you think we're going to stay up with -12 points. We haven't got more than 38 points in like 3 straight seasons, mate.
I don't know if Sheffield United and Luton are really going to put that many points on the board, and then it's just one more.
Us.
Anyway, we'll make a wager on that when it happens.
Yeah, and there's another Everton stack looking beautiful. Look at that beautiful team. It's just so nice. Isn't it? Legends Challenge was doing pretty well, I thought. Haradecki lost his clean sheet late on, and then Galeno decided to not even play, so that was screwed. All-Star Rare, another big score, another loss of no prize. Cat 270 Rare, I kept this in because I've got 273 with a DMP, which is really annoying because I really am targeting 270 Rare monthly comp. So yeah, pretty gutted about that. 273 may still count as maybe your 4th highest. I don't know. I'd hope it doesn't. If it is counting, I've probably not done very well.
I don't think you're going to get a prize if you're counting 273 as one.
Well, I've got 390, haven't I? I've got 390 in there, so I just need to have 3 good weekends the next 3 weeks.
Evening, Quinny. Thanks for the fist bump. Boom bow.
Good to see you. Yeah, Bundesliga amateur kept this in because, much like yourself, it seemed like everyone did amazing this week, didn't they? What with Bayern Munich winning 8-0 in about 20 minutes, and then Red Bull Leipzig did really well. I think won 6-0. 441 points and literally nowhere near a prize, which is why they're bringing in this new thing, right? So I actually don't give a shit about winning a prize here, but it's just funny to see that 441 is winning you knuckle. But hopefully, now they're bringing in this new thing, some of the newbies and people with lesser galleries can start winning some stuff.
You mean the amateur? Yeah, 10 cards or more out of amateur. I think it makes sense. It is fun for all of us to play in them, but it does make sense for it just to be left to the newbies when you see weekends like needing 500 points to get yourself a card. But anyway, let's open your prizes. Enough of your...
Yeah, enough of my guff. Right, let's open some prizes. So I've got 6.
All right.
Some coins and some other bits and bobs. So coins, blah, blah, blah. Actually, let's ignore the coins. Tier 5 limited in Cap 220. This is going to be worth about 35p, I reckon.
Oh, German midfielder. Elvis.
Elvis isn't dead. Look at him. He's still doing.
Is in the building.
If you can pronounce that surname, I'll be very impressed.
Rexabekaj.
I've never seen an X, an H, and a B in a name in a row ever.
I'm actually not familiar with this guy. It's new to me, but he is worth 86 pence.
That's actually extremely good for a tier 5.
86 pence. He is, a starter.
Okay,
so,
I'll take that. Let's go for tier 3 limited. Let's see what this is then.
Good luck from Quinny.
Scotland midfielder, Dundee, Luke McCowan.
Luke McCowan from Dundee. Was
Don't
that tier
know.
4?
Tier 3, that was.
Ooh. All right. Type in one hand. Give me a second.
Come on then, Scottish expert Quinny. Who's this guy?
£2.79.
If I could do that, I could. I would.
Absolutely on fire for a limited at the moment, really, isn't it? He's all right. There's some scores. Decent bit of AA knocking around. A few greens in there. You know.
I mean, he's dyed his hair bleach blonde, so he must be good because you must think you're a big timer to do that, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Right, tier 5 rare from Cap 220.
No idea.
Finish midfielder Augsburg again.
Oh, an evening with Augsburg.
Fredrik Jensen. I'm pretty sure he plays for Finland. You know, I recognise that name, which would be a hell of a clutch pull for a tier 5 if he plays international.
About 12 quid. Finnish international. He's been on the bench for them.
He's not
recently.
Finnish.
He's not Finnish.
Not Finnish.
Yeah. He's played the last 2 games and he got a couple of decisives the one one before. So maybe he's just coming into a bit of form.
Come into a giveaway near you.
Yeah.
Right, tier 3 rares. This is
must be a car boot sale on. Augsburg's whole squad is tier 4, tier 5. Yeah, you know, you get that feeling. Dundee rares all round today. All right, what else have you got for us?
Right, tier 3 rare. I'd imagine it's going to be an Augsburg player like the rest of my prizes from tonight. So let's see who we got. Brazil. Defender. PSV. Ooh. I know him. I think he's pretty decent. I don't know if he plays all the time.
Andre Romalo, 37 English pounds. To get into your club at the moment.
It's tough out there.
It's tough out there at the moment. It does look, let me show you, you know, his L5, L15, L4 is a nice collection of green. That's healthy looking chart. Some peaks in there. 3 games ago, he put in an 88 with a goal. Ability for AA, 41 AA down here, 56 AA down here.
Oh, he's got that sweet potential that I like. If he can stick in the odd 90, I like him.
He's got peaks, which, as you know, is what we all want from a so rare player.
Yeah.
So,
and he's got a great mustache and goatee combo there as well.
W's being thrown out. Yeah, I like that. I love a peaky player. All day.
I mean, he's worth basically what the rare ETH is, the rare ETH threshold, which I missed out on. So yeah, I will take it.
It's more fun to open a card than just to spin round your ETH. But yeah, there you go.
There we go. I'm happy with that. Right. I'm conscious of time. Let's go for Beat the Boys League update. Ricky T, you're the man with the plan for that.
It's over, right? Is it over now?
It is over. So I think we can do an overall. We haven't actually plucked out what the limited prize is going to be for the final week and the prizes for the overall, but we will announce those in due course, I'm sure. Emotional Times, 6 seasons of amateur Beat the Boys League's weekly prizes is now done in its amateur form, I guess, as we're now all barred from playing in them. My final effort was 292 points. Captain Saka, Maddison and Paul Rowe didn't really do anything. Haaland went to town on Man United, though, which was devastating to watch. Top 3 in our final week were Lubacici, 784 Cursant, and Wilking P. There you go. Bang. Nailed those pronunciations. The winner went for Haaland, Becker, Tomiyasu, Captain Rodri, and a Van Dijk in there. That is rogue. Tomiyasu didn't even start, did he? And he Tomiyasu. Scored his first throwing in a Tomiyasu. I love it. Simply Alex was up there in 17th. I don't know where we finished. You were 83rd. Up there. You were 83rd, and you were the highest of us. Jesse was 3rd bottom, and I was like 100th or something like that. Yeah, so all of these people were on the wheel for this week's prize. Have you got the wheel ready? I do have the wheel ready, and let's get this up on here. We haven't decided who the limited Premier League prize is going to be, but Don't worry, there will be a limited prize coming your way. So
it'll be announced tomorrow. Limited new season Premier League card.
Correct. Right, so I'm going to spin the wheel. It's got all the numbers on, and then Ricky T, you're going to tell me who that position is. So let's
Absolutely, ready to go.
Boom.
Ooh.
Oh, 51st.
5-1. 51.
51.
We get 51, page 6. 51.
Hang on. Who is it? There we go.
Come on, I've got a broken arm. We can only do one thing at a time. Norfell, Kirching United, with a DMP of Mudryk, like me, poor fellow. Martinez, Rodrigo, Haaland, and Mickey van der Ven. Solid effort with 4 players. You've won a card. It'll be announced on Twitter tomorrow who you're getting Premier League cards. Congratulations. You were the final weekly winner. And that meant overall, final table,
it's the big one.
Held on with a clear 36 points in the bank in the end was Bifaldo. Whoever you are, he's got the LA symbol in there. He must be an LA FC collector. Congratulations. You were the winner of season 6 of Beat the Boys.
Nice.
We were all pretty terrible, actually. We usually did pretty well. I was 107th this time around.
I think I was 102nd or something stupid. Really bad.
Bad effort, but congratulations.
Usually we're pretty good, aren't we? Sort of holding the fort pretty well, but and he's going to be the last name on the honours board.
Yeah, in its current format, the last name on honours board. Congratulations, B4L2. You are the champion.
Get in.
Yeah.
And there is also prizes for top 5, right? So if you finished in the top 5 on that list there, you'll also be getting a prize coming your way at some point.
Vitalasso Ezasora Bikmayek Exaju. Have a look on our Twitter account, which is in the description. And tomorrow we'll tweet out final positions, or in the next couple of days, final positions and prizes. Get them sent over.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So
emotional times.
A few more of the bits I wanted to mention before we go. We have had our first new club on the platform brought in today for a while. Palmeiras. What's your knowledge of Palmeiras like, Ricky?
Limited. Apart from the obvious massive explosion of fanboyism. Is it Eldrick?
Yeah, I think it's Endrick. So I was going to ask you about Endrick. What's your knowledge of Endrick? I know he's a bit of a wonder boy, isn't he?
Wonder boy that's signed up by Real Madrid and he's 16 on his card, which, expecting some big offers, some big bids, some bid sales.
Getting talked about, isn't it? It's getting talked about a lot. Loads of people have mentioned it. I saw MLS Sorare, Italian, whatever his name is, was tweeting about it. A lot of other sort of big gallery names are up there chatting about him. I think he's been compared to Vinny Jr., Mark II.
Red or dead, good wins. Congratulations. The thing is, from a Sorare point of view, for anyone without a big gallery, right, is it something you really want to be looking at right now? He's going to be expensive, and that price has probably got some future Real Madrid utility featured into it, and I just don't think you need to be looking that long term.
Plus, he's 16? Like, he's probably not even fully grown yet. Like, so much can change. I know he's probably really good, but I mean, Freddie Adu was really good, and he was shit. So we'll see. I mean, I'm sure he'll do well. All I know about Palmeiras is their emblem looks like the Starbucks logo. That's all I remember from Palmeiras. That's all I've got.
Under 23 utility until 2031.
Wow, I'll be dead by then.
I mean, you are getting a starting striker now, right? Right midfield striker. He's playing for Palmeiras, so you are getting some immediate utility. But for the price, you think that you are buying into the hype and that Real Madrid utility down the line. And I get why some people want to do it. I love collecting, and this is sort of like a fancy collection piece. But realistically, for most people, are you going to want to have one of these at the moment at that price when you can better use the money? to try and win prizes and thresholds on other things. But it's a cool card, and I bet some of the big accounts going after these ones and these super rares. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what the prices go for.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned it. Like a lot of whales have come back almost, isn't it? The last week, seen Zima Blues come back. Who else came back? Someone else did.
Yeah. Well, he's not come back, but a bottle board started buying up cards again, and he started hoovering up. Zima Blues, thrown in about 30 pages of purchases in the last 3 weeks, including the Wemby, one of 1,000.
That's
yesterday.
right. Yeah, nicely segued there. So that's a nice little card price. I saw went for a megabucks, didn't it?
Yes, it was 3,000 euros. I think it was euros it was in. Anyway, Nicholas tweeted about it as well. 1.7, I think, ETH off the top of my head. You know, if Sorare is going to flourish and end up at the moon, and the Sorare NBA product, takes off, a Wemby, one of in his rookie season, is one of the most collectible things you're going to be able to own on this platform if he lives up to the hype, which he seems to be doing on the small basis we have at the start of the season. So, really cool card. It's really cool to see some of those big auctions go again. We saw what's the Unique Jude went for the other day, not the biggest amount, but still right up there in terms of like sales this year.
You've got verts, haven't you?
So it's good to see a couple of whales active again and some big sales, and a limited going for that much. Limited's getting a lot of stick at the moment, so to see a big sale like that on the basketball side is really cool. I'd love to own a Wemby. Maybe when he gets up into like the 700s, I might be able to sneak one in. But it's a bit of a pipe dream at the moment. But yeah, with the new football cards as well, nice to see a new team. I think I
was going to say, we haven't had a new team for a while. I know what your answer is going to be for this, but who would you really want to come onto the platform that isn't on it yet?
Well, obviously I'm going to say the Championship. I'd love to hoover up some Bristol City cards, but the Championship, is big over here. There's a lot of utility from it, a lot of well-known players in it. I think the Championship would add a lot. It's a big league as well.
Do you know what I think would really help as well with the Championship coming on, not just Bristol City, the whole of the rest of the Championship, is like the Championship, and it's the same for the Premier League, but there's also a lot of like world supporters in the Premier League. Like the Championship is like proper football fans. Like they live in the city, they're getting people like that on board to Sorare is what they need to do. I think is get those sort of the locals on a little bit more, and having the Championship fully on would be great. I know I'd end up spending an absolute crap load of money, and you definitely would. One of the leagues,
I'd be able to go to the games with like my phone up, taking a picture. Take a picture of me. Take a picture of my squad up there, or maybe we could get German 3rd Division on, so I can finally I can wear my 35,000 coins signed jersey that I've got for a Red X team in the 3rd Division. A little bit salty about that, but
right. Do you know another? Whilst we're talking the Championship, another league which I think people have kind of forgotten isn't included is like one of the oldest like few teams that were on Sorare when we started was Portugal, right? We had Benfica, Porto, Sporting. Where's the rest of the league? Like, there's plenty of other good, like Braga, a really good team. You got Berfista, are pretty decent, and then like obviously the not so good teams. But like, it's weird that they haven't brought that whole league on yet as well. I think, but
they
must have got bigger fish to fry, haven't they? But still,
Porto hopped on and off of being licensed, didn't they, on the list and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's obviously been a difficult one for them to tie down. But I do think it's cool getting any new team or new league. It is interesting, and especially when they've got a hype boy that attracts a bit of attention to the new cards as well.
I think that's probably why they bought them on, eh?
Yeah.
Agrees. Love it. So I think that's pretty much everything. I mean, I'm going to end it with something I mentioned at the start. We are now going to be called Morare Thursday Club for the month of November or Movember. We're all going to be growing horrific mustaches. Shaving tonight, I'm sure, aren't you, Ricky T? Ready for the big month?
I like to do it in the morning of the first.
Morning of the first.
Wake up and start with it.
Love it. All jokes aside, we're raising money for charity, for mental health charities. We're going to be donating, which doesn't sound a lot, 50p per 500 coins that we win throughout the month. As you've seen today already, we've won 4,500 coins each tonight. So that would have been £4.50 each. So, you know, it's going to add up to around maybe £40 to £50 between us, me, you and Jesse a month.
Yeah, probably a bit more with Swiss Maths for you in it as well, plus a portion of our card prizes.
That's right. We're going to be giving some prizes.
So hopefully that'll be mega bucks once we start raking in those tier 2s and tier 1 rares over the next few weeks. The pot will get nice and heavy. But you did post it up on our Twitter account, didn't you, today, which is in our description if you want to have a look.
All posted up, and if you want to donate, we very much appreciated. Obviously, share your pictures of your horrible mustaches. We're going to be sporting ours as the month goes along, and yeah, all for a good cause. So get involved, definitely.
It was a pain in the arse, Red or Dead, but yeah, thanks for the support. Hopefully, we'll grow some disgusting mustaches and raise a little bit of money. But before we popped off as well, I just wanted to say Nigel Pearson has been sacked as the manager of Bristol City. It's a new dawn for our local team, a brave new era. Our chairman came out today and said that he thinks we're capable of the Premier League with the current squad we've got and should be doing better. I never really got behind Nigel Pearson's grumpy ass and incredibly negative sounding voice in every press conference he did, but yeah.
Is there any rumours on the grapevine of who might be replacing him?
Nathan Jones, Gary Rowett, and who got sacked at Birmingham? John Eustace. Is it John Eustace?
John Eustace. Yeah, I think I think Birmingham fans were really pissed off that he got fired, John Eustace. I saw them giving the absolute hell to Wayne Rooney the other day. Did you see that video on the?
Well, they were looking like a playoff team, and he's come in and they've just been getting battered. But
not his bloody fault, is it? Anyway, but
goodbye, good bless, Nige. Thanks for.
Yeah, he did an okay job, but like I said, he's bloody depressing, isn't he? And I just can't see that type of character geeing up the players when they need to be geed up. And maybe he's different behind closed doors. I don't know, but he gave a good service, I guess. It's a bit out of the blue, wasn't it? Him getting sacked.
There's been rumours for a while. I just don't think he really fitted behind the scenes. There's a bit of a clash with his style of play and what they want to do going forward.
Well, here we go. Next Tuesday we'll know who the new manager is. But yeah, join us this Thursday coming up for another live where Swiss Mafia will be joining us to complete the trifecta. But yeah, other than that, I believe that's all she wrote for tonight. So yeah, up the Thursday Club and up the Toffees.
Viva la Thursday Club.
Hey.